Hey Steve, so I know one of the products that you've used to really have a huge impact on a wide variety of pests is diatomaceous earth. Some people call it DE for short. So tell us about diatomaceous earth, why it's so powerful, and how people can get it.
We have diatomaceous earth as a food grade quality in a pound, a large jar like this. This is 20 ounces. It also comes in 10 ounces. I eat this every day. I eat it because it removes all parasites. Now, in my travels when I've been in Brazil, it doesn't take too long when you're in Brazil and you find yourself with diarrhea and all kinds of things, and you look in the toilet and you find something was inside you that's now in the toilet. It's a parasite you can see, but there are many parasites that you cannot see. And I would be willing to bet that everyone who's listening to this right now has parasites in them. It's an almost impossibility not to have them. We did research in a very class restaurant in New York where we took fingernails and put a fingernail file underneath the fingernail and took that and checked to see what was in it of the most class waiters there were. And they were full of parasites. We're not talking about a third world country. We're talking about some of the most elegant restaurants in New York City. And we don't have that every time we go to McDonald's or Burger King or Louis' Chop House. We don't have any idea where our food comes from. We trust that it's okay. We trust that the people that grow it are growing it healthy. We trust the people that pick it are healthy. We trust the people that put it in packages are healthy. We trust the people that prepare it are healthy. The people that do the dishes we trust everybody. But any one of those people that's got parasites, pass them on to you. Diatomaceous earth is a little diatom. It's like a little tiny seashell, a little piece of algae when it's alive. As it dies, it falls down. And it forms like a rock after thousands and thousands of years. There's two kinds of diatomaceous earth. One is called freshwater diatomaceous earth. The other is saltwater diatomaceous earth. Now, saltwater diatomaceous earth is what we use to clean out our swimming pool filters. That's a carcinogen. That can cause cancer. Now, anytime the freshwater diatomaceous earth, which is what this is, freshwater, if you look at it, it looks like Ralston Purina check. I don't know if you can see that. The little Ralston Purina check. All right? Now, that particular thing is blown up with our product. If you take this rock and you grind it fast or heat it fast, it becomes shattered like concertina wire. That can give you silicosis, which is like asbestosis. But if you grind it slow and hot, and it's not contaminated, it becomes food grade diatomaceous earth. Now, everyone who's listening has had some of this, as they've had anything like bread or flour. If they've eaten any of that every time in their life, they've had a little bit of this. Because it adds to it. It literally fixes it so that there's no bugs in it. It also keeps it from exploding. There's no big explosion. Because when they grind it and the dust is all full of the air, that can become an explosive atmosphere if somebody comes in with smoke or fire or flame or whatever. Now, when I travel, the first thing that I'm like in Brazil, my family down there, exchange student family, the first thing they do is grab this stuff from me. Because it's the only thing they know of that'll remove all the worms and parasites they have. And then I got to try to be careful not to get it myself. And generally, if I'm there for 3 or 4 days, by the time I'm leaving, I got diarrhea. First thing I do is take some of this when I get back. So it removes parasites. Basically, without getting too complicated, because there's a nice book on cancer that you have published for me, There's 86 ways of curing cancer, one of which is to remove the parasites. This will remove the parasites. The others increase the oxygen, the others increase pH. There's many ways of doing it. Now, this stuff is also fantastic for killing pests that are not inside you, because it's food grade. You can sprinkle it on your flowers, sprinkle it on your vegetables, sprinkle it on your garden, sprinkle it on your yard. I've used this to repel ticks outside of the grass. I've used it to control the wasps and things that are eating my night blooming jasmine out here. I use it on anything in my garden. Now it's there until the rain comes and washes it away. And it just becomes part of the dirt. Now, it's a permanent answer. Treatment is a knockdown pesticide. Kill them now. Kill them now. Kill them now. So don't just spray it. The wetter you make the pest, the wetter to make the pest with using treatment, the faster you get control. The better the control. But you don't have any control when it's dry. That's why you can use it for organic gardening, because there's no contamination. But if you want something to stay behind, then you use food grade DE. And it's there. Now, if I sprinkle it back here, if you see where I'm in a tropical area behind me, I'm here in Florida. If I sprinkle it lightly, if you see white, it ain't right. I tell people this, and I come in their house and the house is just white. No. If you see white, it's not right. You sprinkle it so lightly that you can't even see it. It's like just dust. You never have any bugs. The people around me have cockroaches. The people around me have ants. People around me have spiders. People around me have all kinds of pests coming in and out. I don't. But I just lightly put it down. Now, it only has to be replaced if I mop the floors thoroughly or vacuum really heavy. Because you can take this stuff in a fan and sprinkle like a half a teaspoon or a teaspoon of it into a fan and blow it through the air of your apartment, your condo, your home, and it's all you need to stop the pests. You don't need this jar to kill pests. You need a half a teaspoonful of it. And so when you do that, you get really good control without harming anything, because even at the worst case scenario, the kids eat it, the dog eats it, so what? We used to put this down, try to kill ticks in the yard, and we had a buffalo, guy had raised buffalo. And so there's an area where they'd make a dust bath, they'd roll in the dust, and we'd sprinkle the DE in there. And we realized that the buffalo came back and were eating this. And they got rid of their worms. So we constantly put more down there. You can take this on my book. There's a free book at www.thebestcontrol2.com, and that book will tell you how to use DE and how to feed it your pests. Get rid of your pests, and you feed it to your pets, because if you give this to a dog, or cat, or a horse, or cow, or whatever, they don't get any maggots in their droppings. They can't survive with this in the poop. It also reduces the amount of food you have to give them, and it increases the growth of the meat, the protein. If you're growing eggs, it's got bigger eggs, better eggs, you got better milk, better whatever. All the products that you're trying to raise, feeding DE will stop it.